That I don't understand either, to be honest with you. I really don't.
He's lived in these rented mansions and these Mercedes and all this stuff. And I just think that she knows if the truth comes out about her, she'll be completely villainized. Where now she's going to go to a cushy jail. She can write a book. You know, I think in her mind, because I don't know what she's thinking, but she probably thinks maybe she could appear on some other reality show or do her own special. But no, I actually believed it. But to your point, how can we believe anything this woman says? You are correct that they may have said from the start, you're not coming.
I just read it. Look, I mean, those are all valid points. I just read it so the opposite. I read like this woman crashed BravoCon, and you know, people still defend her. People are now going to make nasty comments. People point out now they see a difference. They don't agree with us. They see a difference between Shah and Jane.
Which is what?
Which is what? They have all Shah, because Erica knew, and she has Cartier leopards, and Shah's a nice guy, and I don't see any difference. I'm with you on that. And people are now gonna, but I agree. They say she didn't even crash BravoCon. No, I heard that they paid for the room and they let her take the flight anyway. She crashed BravoCon. She's, according to Tamrat, she stole Tamrat's liquor. So like, I took it the opposite. I think this is a woman that wouldn't miss a publicity minute if she tried. And for her, I think she's too far gone narcissistic to have those thoughts you just said. And she would have been there and fought and clawed Whitney's eyes out and scratched at the Angie K and Angie H. I think she would have gone, and I think they said, you know, you're a criminal and we don't want you anywhere near this reunion. I know why Teresa's allowed and all that. I have no idea. Call fucking Andy Cohen. He lives on fucking, you know, in the West Village on Hudson, around like, you know, Sheridan Square or whatever the fuck it is, that park over there. I'll show you where
Don't be giving his address.
I'm going to dox.
Well, I mean, Twitter.
People know where he lives, don't they? I mean, he lives in the West Village. You all know that. I didn't know that. Oh, I mean, he works out at the Equinox. This is on his Instagram. I didn't give the actual address. I mean, I could, but I won't. But call Andy. It's not on me, right? It's not on me. So I don't believe it. I think it's all a bunch of bullshit, and that she would love to have been at this reunion, and she's sitting there biting her nails that she's not going to be there. And by the way, I think she's probably going to watch. And speaking of people who think they're going to have another career after this, did you see the Chrisleys are talking like about some documentary?
If my first TV project had already sold, I would have approached them. I want more. I want to see more. I think they're going to get a documentary. I think 100%.
You're going to be like an entertainment mogul, Sarah. You're going to be selling and approaching it. Well,
that's the goal, but it's very hard.
Good for them, but I mean, I really put them second to I had them on my show and I love them, but I put them second to Jen as far as just.
But they came on your show and lied to your face about everything. I mean, they're just, I don't know.
They lied to my face.
I want to see a documentary because I want to see like Todd really be held to the fire. And it's so interesting to me because Nancy Grace called it years ago. Remember, he had a huge feud with Nancy Grace. He hated her because Nancy Grace was like, always like, Todd's a scammer. Todd's a scammer.
Speaking of Nancy Grace, hashtag stay tuned. Coming to possibly a podcast you know and love so well. Meanwhile,
I want to know about Casey Anthony. Let
me make a note. You know what the thing with the Chrisleys is? My biggest problem with them is now I can't believe. Do you see the posts? God has a plan for all of us. The next day, God has a plan and God is good. I'm like, guys, just because you quote God every other, like you're going to jail.
I know.
Their social media has turned into, I understand like desperate times call for desperate measures and we're all like, we have to just, but to me, I would be like, hi, it's David. My life fucking sucks. Okay. Like that's what I would be. I'm like, you want real, sorry, didn't mean to, your son is right here and I'm swearing. I'm like horrible. Sorry. But I'm like, sorry. No, I
think Jen Shah does the same thing. Jen Shah is all about social movements. All she posts about is social movements now. It's like, okay, how about all the elderly people you fucking scam? Do you think we're falling for the fact that you're like, oh, you know, I agree with all these things. I am total pro like Black Lives Matter, all this stuff. But she posts about all this shit like the Chrisleys use God. And it's like, stop fucking deflecting from the fact you're a criminal.
It's
They both
like,
do the same thing.
we're not going to have a moment of like, you're a nice person, like you did this. And by the way, Jen Shah's thing where she asked for 3 months, I think was it 3 months probation or 3 months jail time, and it's all redacted, and she's like, you know, I'm a good person and this and that. It's like, and I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't feel any emotion in those statements, you know? So I don't know. Look, maybe she'll surprise us all and get so much less than the Chrisleys. I mean, I guess one thing has nothing to do with another. It's a different judge, right? So, but I don't know. This woman, this scheme seemed pretty elaborate to me, right?
It does to me too. I mean, elderly people, people's grandmothers, people's parents were scammed out of, they're saying $5 million or more. I mean,
and why are you worried about whether you're going to a reunion? Like, girl, it's over. I mean, if she's sentenced mid-January, she'll probably have to report in February. She'll be gone.
I don't know. I just feel like you can be famous in so many ways without having to be a complete scam artist. Like, and I just want to know in these people's minds, like where it goes awry. I guess, like you said, it starts with $1,000 and nobody notices. And then you're like, oh, well, I could do 5 and then I could do 10. And then, oh, by the way, somebody wants me to resell this person's contact info because I scammed them and they're willing to give me $6,000. And then I guess it's so weird to me. Like, I don't know. There's so many ways you can make money legally. It's so weird. I mean, now I don't know.
And don't get me wrong. Like, I would be tempted if it was put in front of me. I would be like, wait, but then I would say,
would? You wouldn't though. You have such a conscience. I just
no, like I wouldn't do it. Like, I would be like, I mean, I would be tempted for the, and then I would, yes, I would take a minute of like, wait a second. Okay, wait, this is illegal. We can't go down this road. Like, yeah, no, I would never. But like for a minute, and then when you like take a minute to process, you're like, oh wait, this is scamming someone. Like, I can't do this.
I know. All right, we have to love you and leave you.
I know this was like, but like, okay, there you go.
Episode.
We dropped shit about Camille. We dropped shit about this party, and we dropped shit about RHONJ. I forgot to tell you all about RHONJ, and the contracts are out, and the contracts are not signed yet, and people want to negotiate. They're not happy with all their salaries. There you go. Let's leave a bomb at the end. Sarah, we did a whole nother episode. Look, your son, this is his, like, is this his debut?
Debut. Yeah, okay, he's gonna be on our talk show. Hi.
Excuse me for my language.
You're gonna do a day with Auntie David. Auntie David is gonna have to see if he can get kids to like him. Like, can Auntie David take care of a child for a day?
Sarah, you get the network to sign off on the dotted line. I need the money in my bank account. I need a wardrobe. I need a wardrobe allowance. And then whatever, once I'm signed on and you have the show.
A wardrobe for what? He's going to like crap his pants. You're going to have to change him. He like, let's
see. A wardrobe for our whole series. I need like a different thing to wear every day, like Drew Barrymore and Ross Matthews have when you say we're going to do a talk show. Yeah, I'll be an auntie for a month if there's a salary here. Let's get cracking, Sarah.
Okay. We'll get that. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Saturday.